with my friends as Black Eyed Peas. And I grew up from a humble beginnings. I was born in Sapang Bato, Angeles City, and grew up poor. I'm legally blind, but I'm one of the lucky ones that I had the opportunity to be sponsored and brought to the U.S. and met amazing people in the creative industry, like my best friend, will.i.am, and we started the Black Eyed Peas together. And I just want to pay it forward and bring it back with me, back to my country, and to help out other creatives. Because in Philippines, there are so many talented, creative Filipinos, but with very little opportunity. And right now is the right time to grab this opportunity because the Industrial Revolution is making a shift. AI is coming in, and the world, US, UK, they're already designing for tomorrow. They're already designing for tomorrow, and this is the time where us creatives needs to collaborate, from a futurist to a code writer to someone that makes clothing to bags, and this is the right time for us to really own it and grab this opportunity because we're one of the most creative country in the world, but we're not able to maximize and benefit from this. And that's why we're here today to create the awareness and try to grow this creative industry. Everyone's designing for tomorrow. We don't want to be left behind. And with a healthy economy, we're able to open parents' minds and letting their kids to go in this creative space. So my message is, now is the time for us to collaborate, appreciate each other's art, and support each other in our own country. So that's my message.
Thank you. So we'll take questions from the floor, from anybody, or actually not just questions, if you have ideas to share. We're also, actually, as we said, we're here to gather information, to learn what are the opportunities, how we can jumpstart this industry. Yes.
How has it been? How has it been like championing for creative entrepreneurship in a country that's mainly science like prioritizes science above all the other industries? How has it been in your 19 years? How challenging has it been, and what have you learned throughout the 19 years?
Let me just say that science and art is creative technology. So it's actually, when you say creative technology, it's science, it's art, and it's business. I gave an example of Spotify. Music is the creative art, is the art. So like Spotify is art, science, and business. So you have the art, which is the music. You have the science, it's online. You have the business, because it has to make money. So we have to combine everything together, science, business, and art. But sometimes we're forgetting the art side, and that's why we're missing out on the opportunity. We're either only pure business or pure science, and then we forget art. What we're saying is combine art, business, science, you have the creative technologies, or you have the creative industry. Apple, for example, showed me like the app that you did, right? You heard somebody was speaking, and then Apple made it into a beatbox, using technology. So So basically, like the way music is done, great, right? You can sing, you can play guitar, but you can actually combine everything together using technology. That's why the opportunity is just so big. Why do you think it's a $2 trillion opportunity? Because technology is now part of art. Technology and business is now part of art. That's why I think it's so big.
I think implicit in your question also is the struggle we now face in getting cultural arts accepted and valued as it should be. Because we're not there, obviously. At the moment, many parents do not see it as something they want their children to go into. And that's what we have to turn around. If you look back over the last 19, 20 years, of course, we're talking now about entrepreneurship training because everybody accepts it and it's acknowledged. Of course, it's essential. That was not the case 20 years ago either. So I think this is the beginning of a new struggle that we all have to take forward to value what we have, to value the cultural industries as we do being a lawyer or a doctor, more established professions, and look at creative arts in that way. So it's a challenge, and I'm sure in another 5, 10 years, because things are moving faster, we're going to look back on this and say, why did we have a question?
Yeah, so parenting is important. The parents can't just kill, para bang music lang yan, growing lang yan. It's not. It can be something big. And Apple's going to show us a really cool example.
So I just grabbed, there's an app called Grab, and I just grabbed Cardi B just talking about her pregnancy, you know. And so
This is the person talking.
Point in life that like, I don't want to wear no heels, I don't want to wear no sneakers, I don't want to wear anything that's closed toes, I just want open toes, shit. I don't even want to wear open toes, I just want to be fucking barefooted all day. I don't want to wear jeans, I don't want to wear sweats, I don't want to wear a bra, I don't want to wear shit, I just want to wear these loose ass dresses, I don't want to wear no fucking wigs, nothing. I don't want to even talk to people. Like, I don't even want to talk to people, not even about one.
So Apple took that and converted it into this. So this is music technology in the works.
Point in life, they're like, I don't want to wear no heels, I don't want to wear no sneakers, I don't want to wear anything that's closed toes, I just want open toes, shit. I don't even want to wear open toes, I just want to be fucking barefooted all day. I don't want to wear jeans, I don't want to wear sweats, I don't want to wear a bra, I don't want to wear shit, I just want to wear these loose ass dresses.
So Apple just did that 2 days ago when you arrived. See, that's not, the person was just talking, he wasn't even singing, and then Apple using music technology made it a hip hop, right?
Yeah.
It's rhythm. It's a rhythm, you know, so you can actually move with that. See, so there's so many things.
Yeah.
and then my business sense is, for that one is I'm gonna contact Cardi B and or post it and make a video, and that's how, you know, that's my means of the business part of it and getting it out there, and hopefully she likes it.
So as a creative entrepreneur, Apple is also into talent development. So maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, well, I got to be one of the coaches on The Voice Philippines in 2 seasons, and I discovered a young talented woman named Jessica Reynoso, and I signed her to my label, and then brought her to the U.S., been working on her solo album, and during the process, she was noticed by my best friend Will.I.am, and he started putting her on some Black Happy songs, so now she's featured on one of our singles called Bring Me Along, and that's my artist development.
Any other questions? Yes.
Hi, good morning. This is Dawn from Z Lifestyle. local magazine. So I'd just like to inform that, or I don't know, at least with my perspective, there's a rich underground art scene here in Cebu. And then one of the things that really confuses me is that there are artists who, one, don't want to commercialize their work, and it's mainly because it loses their art's authenticity because their artworks are not pangmasa. It's not something that the local market would want to invest on because most locals are into like Western music. They're not really appreciative of the local ones that we make here in Cebu. So, Apl de Ap, may I know what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think this one is about respect and integrity and appreciating each other's talent. You know, we have to support each other, and that's why these creative hubs we're talking about, this will connect us together and lift each other up, and to build the industry. And then of course we have to, you know, it's a pride thing, you know. It's like you have to be prideful to be Pinoy and what you create, and at the same time support each other. And you could focus on just some local stuff, but at the same time you gotta create that the world could understand and receive too. You know, you have to find that balance.
To add to that one, it's really balanced. Apollo strikes about appreciation. As we said, if foreign graphic designer makes it, it's $5,000. If it's a local graphic designer, make sure logo is 2,000 pesos or a lechon, whichever is a higher price, right? So, but the other thing is, that's why we want to talk to the artists and let them go through the program because they're scared to commercialize. Baka raw nakawin. But that's why we have to teach them. For example, in our program, we're teaching them legal. How do you protect your intellectual property? So our program includes the legal side. How do they protect their intellectual property? If Black Eyed Peas didn't protect their intellectual property, then everything that they worked hard for is going to be gone, right? Because anybody can just use it. So that's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as a starving artist. Every artist can learn to be an entrepreneur. It's just a matter of balance.
I think this is a really incisive comment. It's the first time it's been raised in the last 3 days. And that is that the commercializing process itself tends to westernize even local culture. And this is another challenge to us, how we can commercialize it ourselves. Part of it is to do with artists' own respect for their culture, which is growing, but it's a challenge also for us even to value our own gifts. But the commercializing process itself, we need to control that too. And I think that's partly what this program is about.
Thank you. Any other comments? We welcome comments. It's really cool. We're also here to gather information. Yes, sir.
This is just a comment. I think it boils down to the classic problem of your market versus your art. I like to say I was privileged enough to be in a similar situation some 20 or 30 years ago when I used to work for a radio station. We brought America Top 40 to the Philippines. Long story short, I was so guilty because we kind of encouraged colonial mentality. So what I did in my own small way was to encourage local, by local I mean Cebuano bands. Back in the 80s, I started what was eventually known to be new Cebu music. it was unthinkable for my FM radio station at that time, which was a very AB radio station. It was unthinkable for us to play Filipino talents. And here we are, we were playing not just Filipino talents, but Cebuano talents. What I have to say is we have to get out of the artist BS that my art must not be commercialized. That's a lot of BS, I'm sorry to say. We have to be mature enough. And you know what I told my artists, the Cebuano artist 20, 30 years ago? Are you serious about the career that you're thinking, you're considering? Why do I ask that? Because if you want to be a good band, if you want to sell your records, you are not competing with Apl Hiking Society. You're not competing with Martin Rivera. You will be competing for the same pesos in Apl's wallet. You are competing with Michael Jackson, you're competing with Led Zeppelin. So forget about this BS about you wanting to be pure with your art. There's no such thing. Music is universal. Very simple point. I was like a doctor with 30 bands lining up wanting to see me because I was auditioning their projects. Here we are, somebody do not even know what do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is, and he wants to be a Mamsi. I want you to teach me how to be playing the guitar like Mamsi. Dude, start with chords A, C, G, and so on and so forth. That is what Thames is bringing to the table. We are here to teach you skills. We cannot teach you talent. It's either you have it or you don't, right? But we are here. Thank you, Thames, for recognizing the creative industry must be balanced now with business. Again, you're a band, you're not competing with Juan de la Cruz. You're competing with Apl de Ap. The same dollars and cents in the pocket of everybody else wanting to buy a record. Thank you very much.
Actually, sir, thank you. We actually, here at Apl de Ap, we want to convert the BS to a Bachelor of Science. The BS creative entrepreneurship, right? So BS is more meaningful. Apl, thank you. That's really, we wanted to hear that.
That's amazing. I'm still, I love that comment. I'm still absorbing it, and it's one of the most prominent suggestions I've heard so far. And I will be taking that in and try to spread that message. And yeah, just like we have to come in like black happy, even from the way I dress. Even from the way I dress, it's like I call it a uniform. Because I'm already marketing myself. I'm already promoting myself by the way I look, by the way I present myself, and that distinguishes me from, not to be in a competition, but it's like, yeah, this is my look, this is Apl de Ap, and this is my marketing scheme. And when people see, then look at me for just one glance, they're getting the marketing scheme, the whole look. And so I'm like, I make myself almost a walking billboard, you know?
I think you should share, Apl, your story about Bebot, right? Just to give you an example, Bebot, just to give you historically, nobody in the US or the big labels will take a risk having a major group like the Black Eyed Peas, who were already Grammy Award winners at the time. They will not take a risk and say, what? You're gonna put Filipino in your music? Filipino language? language, right? So it's like, but what's the story, right? But we all know that Bebo became a global hit, right? And maybe you can share her comment about what her friend said about Bebo.
Well, yeah, Queen Latifah comes up to me during the Grammys, and she's like, "Yo, you know what, Apple? You know what's my favorite song in the Black Eyed Peas album? It's this song called Bebop." I was like, "Bebop? Oh, you mean Bad Boy?" It's like, "Yeah, man, I love that song. It's like I don't even know what you're talking about, but I love the rhythm and like it's really funky, you know." And that makes me proud, you know. That's why I wear this chain around the world to represent my culture, my country, where I'm from, and at the same time proud of it. Like, yo, my art could compete against your art. You know what I mean? And that's the mentality I always, you know, come in as.
I think that line, right? Apple says, my art can compete against your art. Filipino art can compete with anybody in the world, right? It's really important because art, creativity is universal. That's the best example. It's not just about the language, it's the piece. He transcended all language barriers with bebop, right? Because it was Filipino language, but then people loved it. So that's why we as Filipinos can compete. We can compete because it is a universal global market available to us.
Good morning. My name is Chester Miparano. I'm connected with USC. I'm the school head for ADM UMS, and AD stands for Business, Humanities, and also the Arts and Design. So, well, basically we're on to making our senior high school. And then one thing that struck me is about your BS. Okay, although we have a tertiary program, and just to give you a complete scenario, we are one of the biggest business schools in the country. And then we're out to forming our students to become a good businessman and someday an entrepreneur someday. We are actually interested, I'm actually interested with your BS program. Although we have tertiary, but as you said, we're to the point of collaborating. And then any program you could actually offer to our senior high school. Remember our ADM students, we're on to like 1,000 students. Our UMS and AD, a total of 600. And I'm interested on the program which you can also offer to our senior high school. And then it's like a bridge program, your scholarship program. Although we're not taking against this our tertiary, but again, we're open to this possibility of working with you in the future. So that's one. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, actually, that's why we're here in this roadshow, because we wanna, to build an industry is about collaboration. So, the Apl de Ap Foundation is here, Thames International Business School. We're trying to understand the need, and yes, we've been getting that. Can we put the creative entrepreneurship in the senior high, and we'd really love to work with USC on that one. We're not here to say Thames is the only one who knows it, and we just jumpstart it so that the other people will say, hey, we want to do it too, and we want to share our program. So And
And yes, and we're here, we're open for a collaboration and partnership, and that's why we're here, listening and also receiving on how to create this plan together as well.
so, take one last question. Yes.
I just want to check about it because in your press release, you didn't really mention much of the activities of the business. Could you elaborate a bit more what it entails if you're involved in this, what activities you actually do?
So the Creative Hub Fellows, with that.
Yeah, we do have someone from British Council here, but I'll try my best. It's a one-year program that includes an experience in the UK, visiting creative hubs there and learning from what is quite a well-established strategy of developing cultural arts in the UK. It also has a range of 2 to 3 day workshops during the course of the year. All the people who get the scholarship are already more than fully occupied with running their cultural hubs. So it's designed for people who can get away at weekends and who can do online discussions, read online materials, access stuff online and so on. It's a very flexible program. It's actually still being developed at this time. And some of the things we're learning on this roadshow is also influencing very much how we structure the rest of it.
It's not only the Creative Hub Fellow that will be trained. So each Creative Hub Fellow should actually be leading a group. So each Creative Hub Fellow would have at least 10 artists or creatives under them. We will also train the artists and the creatives in a 2-day boot camp in Thames, like professionalism. You know how artists work with artists, right? So we're gonna help the Creative Hub Fellow, so he's getting his exposure, but even his team, they're gonna go to a 2-day boot camp in Thames on professionalism, a little bit about legal, and the things that we usually complain about. So, because you have to have we're going to help the leaders, the Creative Hub Fellow, actually lead his team by giving them also the right skills and knowledge. So it's not just one fellow, it's actually a group. It's their group that we're trying to empower.
So, in short, it's a 1-year internship in the UK.
No, they will travel to the UK. It's done here because they're still managing their business. Actually, if you own a co-working space for creatives, you cannot leave your business. So a lot of it is technology based. They do travel to the UK, right? And then we'll train their people here, so they don't have to leave the country because they're still running their creative hub. Okay, with that, yes. Judge Rama, if she's our boss next week, she says, one more question we have, yes.
Alright, I have 2 questions, sir. One is that I believe we had a dialogue with the representatives of the Creative Center in City yesterday. I'd like to know what happened, what were discussed yesterday. And number 2, it's just for the purpose for an entertainment story for Mr. Apl de Ap. Will we be signing for another season of The Boys? So those 2 questions. Thank you.
You know, I love being on The Voice. My chair is always turning, even though I'm not at ABS. So I always have my buttons at any time when I see something creative, unique. And yesterday, our main discussion is what came up the most is appreciation. So appreciation for each other. The word comes in mind is bayanihan, you know. It's like we have to lift the Bahay Kubo all together and place it to the next location. So, and yeah, the main thing, the discussion is coming together, creating these creative hubs, and appreciation for the art. and investing in our artists. You know, the Black Eyed Peas, we're about to go on a world tour, and these are the kind of ideas and products that I would like to bring along with me on this journey, and that's all of this is.
So the Black Eyed Peas, Appl's actually going to be very busy. They're going to go on a world tour this year. So actually, we really appreciate it. So we're trying to jumpstart this creative industry right now before it goes on the world tour, and of course it'll be back, right? So we really appreciate this time coming over because no matter to say Apple, it's Philippines is always in his heart, and so some of our maybe final messages is that the time is now for Cebu, time is now for the Philippines. Let's really push the creative industry. The BPO has been good for us, but it's not forever. It's now time, to move to the CPO, the creative process outsourcing, and the Apl de Ap Foundation, Thames International Business School, the British Council, the DTI. We're just here to help jumpstart, and we hope, as Apple said, bayanihan, we all have to do it together. You don't build an industry alone. We're just here to create awareness, and let's kick it off and make it more than $25 billion. I think we have an opportunity to make it bigger than $25 billion with the BPO because our market is $2 trillion. So we have a lot, and we are one of the most creative, if not the most creative people in the world. We just have to know how to commercialize it. We just have to know how to make money from our creativity. And if we do that, that means one final point. We always say some of the most creative people are the poorest of the poor. So they have so much time to become creative, right? But imagine if we can use that creativity and make it commercial. Then we can use creativity to bring us out of poverty. I'm going to share this line by Doris Ho. She's not a singer, she's the owner of Magsaysay Sidelines. She just texted me, yeah, Joel, we should do this. Because I'm sure the Filipinos can sing ourselves out of poverty. Which is Apple, right? You sang yourself out of poverty. I had to tell the press club tonight. So that's a quote from Doris Ho, CEO of Magsaysay Sidelines. One of the most powerful women in the Philippines says, it's about time we are in the creative industry. We can sing ourselves out of poverty. So again, thank you very much. We'll close it and we'll have time for some photo ops with Apple and everybody. Thank you very much for coming today.